What's up guys, I got a brand new video for you today, and today we're gonna take a look at the Viltrox 85mm f1.8 Mark II and see if it's one of the best full frame portrait lenses you can get for the Sony system. I'm gonna try it out here. We're gonna shoot with Kira, get some shots. I might compare it to the Sony 85mm f1.8 and see how it stacks up to that lens. They're kind of in the same price bracket. That's Sony's more budget 85mm, but this is only $399, which is crazy. So let's shoot with it. I gotta keep an eye on the time. I can't just go based off where the sun is at. It sets at 9. Man, I like some of these, but I don't want all of them. These are nice.
Yeah, these little ones.
Okay. Yeah, the little ones are nice. So let's do something like that where you're looking off over your shoulder. I like that. Hold that. The hardest part is getting the exact same settings. Try and get the framing the same. Nice. We'll definitely know once we get them on the computer, because I can't really tell. Like I can't like pixel peep, you know? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So the eye detection is working perfect on the Viltrox. It's like as fast as the Sony. I don't really see any difference there, which is good. If this lens performs at least 90% of the Sony for $200 less. Nice. Okay, I'm sweating a lot.
So hot.
Let's do,
so hot.
Oh yeah, it's deadly. Let's go up to this little fence over here. I think we could do something cool sitting on this. Oh yeah, this is gonna be sick. Right down through here. So yeah, kind of look off that direction again. Just like you were. Let's try and relax that left arm a bit. Yeah. Hold that. Boom. Good job.
Even though I like
Whoa. And then kind of tilt your head to the left just slightly. Nice. Cool. I like this bokeh.
bokeh.
Let's see what those look like. So taking a look at face detection in video, I have two A7 IIIs with the exact same settings. Obviously on the left we have the Sony 85mm f1.8, and then on the right we have the Viltrox 85mm f1.8 Mark II. So when it came to tracking in the center of the frame, it had no problem. Both lenses worked really well. Next, I got her to zigzag in the frame so she wasn't dead in the middle, and did a pretty good job locking onto her face, but when she left the frame, the Viltrox kind of freaked out a bit, and then it caught back up. Next is an IAF test at high-speed continuous shooting at 11 frames per second, and you can see as she's walking towards the camera, did a pretty good job. It missed her eye a few times, and I actually thought it was pretty good. I was doing this side by side with the Sony 85mm, so I couldn't really tell, and watching it back, if you can look in the bottom right corner, I actually show which frames were in focus and which weren't, and it was out of focus for a majority of the time there where it couldn't find her face, and for some reason it just couldn't recover, so I lost a lot of frames there. And then when you look at the Sony 85mm f1.8, it locked on pretty much the entire time. It didn't really miss, it didn't hunt. Maybe only lost about 5 frames out of 115 frames taken. So this lens is actually really well made. It's pretty light. It's a little bit heavier than the Sony 85mm lens, but overall build quality and feel is really nice. It's got nice tight tolerances. The focus ring actually has a really nice smooth dampened feel to it. It kind of reminds me of the Fuji 56mm f1.2. It does have a metal mount and a 72mm filter thread. It has a 9 round blade aperture, and I actually really like the design of it. It looks really nice. It's not that huge, and as far as I know, I don't think it has any weather sealing. There's no weather sealing gasket on the back, but I mean, this lens is $399, so you can't really complain. So far the lens has been amazingly fast, quick and snappy in the autofocus. And you know, I've been mainly just testing eye and face AF because that really shows how well the lens can autofocus. And it's been amazing. It's been really fast, it's really quick. I did notice though on the high-speed continuous shooting that it was losing focus more than the 85mm f1.8 from Sony. And the autofocus motors are actually super quiet. They aren't really as quiet as the Sony version, but they're actually really smooth and quiet. I don't know what motors they're using in them, but they're actually pretty good. So I've been pretty much shooting everything at f1.8, f2, you know, because we want to see how sharp this thing is wide open. Obviously, when you stop it down, it's going to be even sharper. But for portraits, I'm really impressed with how sharp this lens looks. You know, f1.8 on a cheap lens doesn't always look that great, and it's pretty awesome to see it on this lens that it's, you know, holding up as well as the Sony 85mm f1.8. I'm gonna get back a little bit further maybe. The lighting's just very flat now, but it's still nice. Bringing one hand around, the open hand towards the camera. Yeah, against, yeah, kind of like that, and then tuck this arm up. Yeah, so you're kind of pulling that shoulder in, yeah. Same thing, and get a little closer now. Let that hand touch your cheek though. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. And chin up just a little. Cool. All right. The bokeh is actually really creamy. I actually really like the look of the bokeh, and I'd almost say it's better than the 85mm f1.8. I did a review on that lens and I said that I felt like the bokeh wide open kind of looked busy, and this looks a lot more creamy and smooth. Speaking of creamy and smooth, this video is sponsored by me and the new presets I'm releasing. Cool. I got you framed up between that branchy thing.
Yeah.
When you're your own camera guy. This would look way cooler in the sun though. Oh, we got face detection right here. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Actually, face the opposite direction. Nice. You can get a little closer. Well, we pretty much ran out of sunlight. I wish we would have had a little bit more time to shoot, but I want to talk about the things I don't like about this lens, and there's only a couple. The one was the high-speed continuous shooting. I noticed that it lost focus quite a bit compared to Sony's 85mm f1.8. That might be a deal breaker to some people. I don't know if you're going to be shooting sports or high-speed stuff with this lens, but it's something to keep in mind. The other thing is too, it has really, really heavy focus breathing, so if you're shooting video with it, that's something you might notice, and it's pretty obvious because it's so intense. So that doesn't look that great, but it's not that big of a deal, especially if you're just using this for photos, and the fact that it's $200 cheaper than Sony's 85mm f1.8. So those are the only things you're really sacrificing. You're not sacrificing image quality because the optics in this lens are amazing. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. That's it for me. Thanks to Kier for shooting with me, and yeah, that's it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, give it a thumbs down twice. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to say that you can actually get this in a Fuji X mount, but that ends up making the lens around 100mm, unfortunately, with the crop factor, but you can get it in a Fuji X mount. You just have glasses
On a plant.
on a post, nature's table. Stepped on something juicy. Juicy fruit. It's gonna squish you. So I need to de-sweat a little bit. Yeah, but I don't want to use them all. They're yours.
I'm sure I could share one of my
You have-
McDonald's napkins with
You have to look better on camera than I do. My name's Professor Cornfield, and these are my corns. Professor Cornstalk. The light is so diffused.
so diffused.
Yeah, that light's so diffused. We can't really.
Funny
I guess
how
we.
it
I
does
guess we
that.
could go into the middle of the field, but there's another photo shoot going on over there.
We should just
Can I zoom into it?
we should just shoot in the back of that.
Nice camera.
Me?
Yeah, do you want to review your lens you have right there?
So here I have a Viltrox 85mm camera
Camera?
lens attached to a camera.